Hi, this is Reginald Perryman with regisrealestate.com, associate broker at KW Metro. Today I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of buying a new construction home versus an existing home. First, let's talk about the benefits of new construction. So first and foremost is you get to make some modifications and possibly design your dream home. So if you're doing a custom build, you can always build it to your liking. If you're buying maybe a builder design, maybe they're building in a subdivision where there's 2 or 3 different models to choose from, you don't have as much flexibility with the design, but you can make modifications at the start. The second benefit of buying new construction would be builder concessions. Now, builder concessions can come in a couple forms. Concessions can mean a credit towards your closing costs, or it can just simply be upgrades. We typically see this with builders when the market is not so hot. In a market where there's high demand for homes, you don't see a lot of concessions. But when the normal market, you're going to see some type of builder concessions depending on the builder. So an upgrade, for example, maybe there's a material upgrade, or maybe there's an appliance package that's included. These would be builder concessions that would be allowed. Now, the third benefit of buying new construction is typically you're going to minimize your home repairs, and usually it's for a period of time. So, for example, most builders will give a warranty that covers major defects and things that may go wrong with the property, everything from your roof to your foundation. These things are typically covered with a builder warranty. Now, that doesn't mean a home is 100% maintenance free, but there's some peace of mind there knowing that all the major items in a home is covered. And these warranties can last you anywhere from 5 years, 10 years, or longer. And this is a benefit of building a new construction home. And typically, when everything's new, you're going to have less maintenance and replacements that you're going to have to do to the structure itself, and as well as some of the cosmetic repairs also. Now, one of the biggest benefits of buying a new construction home is the energy efficiency of new construction. Typically what we see with new construction, most new construction homes are built to the current building codes, and this often results in a huge benefit to homeowners in savings due to the energy efficiency of the property. So unlike an existing home, it can become somewhat expensive to make that home energy efficient, such as furnace upgrades, weatherization, new windows, and things of that nature. In a new construction, these things are standard. So that's another benefit of buying new construction. Now, the benefits of buying an existing home are also the cons and disadvantages of buying a new construction home. So let's talk about buying an existing home. One of the biggest benefits of buying an existing home is typically you're going to have more variety in home styles, architecture, and floor plans. Whereas with new construction, unless you're doing a custom build, you're kind of stuck to whatever the 2 or 3, maybe 4 designs that the builder is building on that site or within that subdivision. So there's going to be some limitations as to the style of home that you can purchase. With existing homes, you see them everywhere. You see a number of homes on one block, and they all look different design styles and things of that nature. So you have a little bit more of a variety. Benefit number 2 has something to do with number 1 as well, but this has a little bit more to do with the charm of the homes. It's hard to reproduce some of these homes, especially if you were looking at historic homes. These homes can't be reproduced in most cases. If you can reproduce them, the cost to reproduce the architecture style, the materials that were used, can be extremely costly. So with an existing home, you're going to probably get a little bit more character, again, unless you're building a custom build. And this is just hard to reproduce. The craftsmanship the architecture, as well as some of the materials that were used are not even available anymore, or you can't easily or reproduce these materials or recreate them at an affordable cost. It just wouldn't be feasible. Benefit number 3 to an existing home is the neighborhoods. With an existing home, more than likely you're going to be living in a neighborhood that's well established. And with new construction, if you're buying in a new subdivision and it's not a custom build, you haven't brought land somewhere out, far out, and you're doing a custom build, that type of thing. Typically with existing homes, the community has already been established, and you can kind of understand what's going on in the community, and you can't predict the future, but based on the culture of the community, the background, the history of the community, you get an idea of what that community and what that neighborhood is about. Usually, if there's block clubs, they may have been around for years. You have some history, you have some records there to reflect on. Maybe the school systems, they're established, you know what to expect. They have a grading system and things of that nature. You can see where they rank. When you're buying new construction, the disadvantage to that is you're building a brand new area, and you're assuming that everyone's going to eventually develop into that neighborhood, which will eventually become the new community, and it will eventually be established, but the unknowns are still there. And one of the biggest benefits to buying an existing home is that the process typically is faster for you to purchase and close. On a new construction home, some buyers, they go and buy their land, they meet with a builder, they have the home designed and built. Other buyers, they go out and buy a new home that's already in a process. Maybe they're buying into a new development or subdivision. But typically, it can take a while. It can take you up to a year, sometimes 2 years. We've seen it longer, depending on delays with the city and things of that nature. Permits, you have a lot more pieces of the puzzle to put together. With an existing home, it's just a matter of financing or paying cash. The closing process in our market is 30 to 45 days on average, and you simply close. Now you may have to negotiate some occupancy with the seller of the property, but overall the process is a lot more quicker than new construction in most cases, unless the new construction home is already built, but then it becomes an existing home. So this is Reginald Perryman with regiusrealestate.com. If you're on the fence and you're deciding between new construction and an existing home, feel free to give us a call, and one of my team members will be happy to help you.